Hi, I'm Fatima Mendoza. I'm a licensed professional clinical counselor for Rancho Family Medical Group for the behavioral team. I think like a lot of people that are in the helping field are helping others for personal reasons. But let me backtrack a little bit and tell you a little bit more about my story. So I actually have over 10 years of experience working in education. At one point, I thought I wanted to be a teacher, then I thought I wanted to be a lawyer, somehow helping people. And I did my undergrad in human services because I wanted to help people. I just didn't know exactly what specific career. And then when I was in college, I had some personal things that happened, and my school counselor was very helpful, and she connected me to a therapist. And I think from that moment, I was like, oh, I want to help others. I'm sure there's other people that are going through things because life happens. And I thought I wanted to be a school counselor. So I started doing my master's to be a school counselor. And throughout my internships, I saw that that schools also had mental health counselors. So once I saw that, that was my aha moment. Oh, I can also help students and specify in mental health. So I actually didn't decide that I wanted to be a therapist until I was doing my graduate program because I thought I wanted to be a school counselor. And then I started seeing that there was a difference between a regular school counselor and the mental health counselor. So it was during my graduate program that I really decided that I wanted to be a therapist. But overall, I've always enjoyed helping people. And like I said, I've had a long time working in education. So I have experience working with students, with little ones, and to adults. And I think therapy is also a safe space just to learn about yourself. So I like to really bring in a lot of psychoeducation. So I got my bachelor's at Cal State Fullerton. And then actually within the following month of getting my bachelor's, I enrolled into my master's program. So I had no summer that year. And I did my master's program for Laverne, and I was going to the regional campus in Irvine, which was perfect because it worked out with work and internships. And at first like I had mentioned previously, I thought I wanted to be a school counselor. So I was just getting my master's for a school counselor. And then I decided that I wanted to get my PPS credential, which allows you to work in K through 12 schools. So I added on my PPS credential. And then towards the end, just throughout internships, that's when I realized that you could also be a counselor, but specifically, focus on mental health, aka the therapist. And that's when I decided to just go for the full licensure. So I grew up in Orange County, and in my previous job, I actually worked for the school district that I went to as a student myself. My first grade teacher was still there, and I was like, I think it's time to do a change. So then I decided to move to Riverside County. So I am new to the area, and I thought that working for Rancho Family Medical Group was a great way to integrate myself into the community. And I also saw that there is a senior care program. So I really like that. I prefer working with older adults. Let me rephrase that. I enjoy working with older adults. Some things about me, because I grew up in Orange County, very popular hobbies. I like to do yoga and Pilates. I like to check out new coffee spots and tea spots. I like to connect with my friends over food. I have a lot of friends outside of my culture, so I really enjoy when they introduce me to new foods or new activities. I also enjoy going to the movies. I'm really happy that the pandemic didn't close that or take that away from people, so I still enjoy going to the movies. And I also enjoy reading. I like to read a lot, a physical book, Kindle. I'm in a book club. And I don't mind going to Barnes & Nobles at least once a week. Yeah, I really like reading. If you're thinking about therapy, I just want to let you know that it doesn't have to be scary. It's a collaborative experience. We will work as a team. And there's no pressure for you to share your whole life story in our first session. We can take it slow, get to know each other. So I really do take on that collaborative and slow approach. I pull from many different theoretical approaches, but my main one is cognitive behavioral therapy. I really do believe that the way we think influences how we feel and how we behave. I do believe that people are not born with specific thoughts. I think as we navigate and encounter the world, these thoughts are formed. So I do work a lot on restructuring and reframing our thinking process. And I know it's not easy to always just reframe a thought from negative to positive. And when I see that maybe somebody's having a hard time doing that, that tells me that maybe there's a long history of times where maybe they didn't receive love or compassion or kindness, which makes sense in present day why you can't do that for yourself. So when I see that maybe the client is stuck, or when I see that you are stuck, I like to also incorporate EMDR, eye movement desensitization and reprocessing. Eye movement desensitization and reprocessing. I really like that kind of therapy. I feel like it's magic. We do use some bilateral stimulation, but I think it's very helpful in undoing some of those negative thinking patterns, especially if they are attached to traumatic events. Again, I am Fatima Mendoza, a licensed professional clinical counselor for Rancho Family Medical Group for the behavioral health team.